Welcome to A Little on the Light Side. I'm Dorothy Lee, Family and Consumer Science Agent, University of Florida, Institute of Food and Agricultural Sciences, Escambia County. And thank you for joining me today. And today we're going to take a look at a dish that most of us really enjoy all year long. And actually, it can be a little bit heavy on the calories and the fat and the carbs and so forth. And today we're going to take a look about making it a little bit on the light side. We're preparing what we like skinny tacos. Today is not Tuesday for tacos, but today we're going to prepare some skinny tacos. So the first step, I'm going to prepare a coleslaw that we're going to put inside our tacos, and the protein for our taco is fish. Fish is very low in calories, high in a lot of other nutrients, omega-3 fatty acids and so forth. So you could use any type of fish that you like. And today, the tacos has a wonderful, wonderful filling that is a coleslaw filling for our tacos. So we're going to start first by putting together our dressing. And actually, I'm going to start with putting in the very bottom of my bowl, I'm going to put all of the ingredients that we need to coat our cabbage coleslaw dressing. If you do that, it makes it a little bit easier to coat all of the cabbage and carrots and so forth that you have in your coleslaw. So to make this a little lighter, I'm using a ranch-style dressing, and this is the fat-free dressing. It's available pretty much in several different brands in your local grocery store. So we're going to put that in first. Then I'm going to add some spices. I have a tablespoon of cumin. I'm going to add some chili powder to make it a little hot, not too hot. And then since we have cabbage and carrots and so forth, we are going to add just a little bit of salt. To make it a little spicier, I'm going to add some lime, and I'm using the lime juice. Fresh lime would be great, but I'm going to put about a tablespoon of lime juice into our dressing. And I'm going to mix that thoroughly. Make sure that all of the spices are thoroughly mixed in with our ranch-style dressing. Okay. And so now I am ready to add the coleslaw. In our recipe, 4 cups of coleslaw mix, and this is just the regular coleslaw mix from your local grocery. You could buy the different carrots and cabbages and so forth and mix. And I'm just going to kind of eye this a little bit here for our mixture. So I'm going to add the coleslaw mix and mix it thoroughly so we can coat all of the cabbage. We have some red cabbage and some green cabbage and some carrots. You could also use the broccoli coleslaw mix, which is really a lot of good fiber since it's a vegetable base, a lot of vitamins and minerals added in that particular type of coleslaw. Okay, so there we are. See how easy it was to mix all of our cabbages together and our carrots by putting the dressing in the bottom of the bowl and then adding the cabbage mixture to it. Now we're going to cover our coleslaw bowl and refrigerate it until we are ready to put our tacos together. Our next step is to prepare our fish, and I'm using tilapia. You could use any type of white fish. I've taken the tilapia fillets and I've kind of sliced them into some strips and refrigerated them until we're ready here. And the next step is we're going to add just a little bit of cornmeal to our bowl. I'm setting up a dredging station here. We're going to dredge our tilapia in that. So this is our small pieces. Okay. And remember, anytime you are cooking any type of fish or meat or anything of that nature, we want to make sure that everything is thoroughly clean. So I'm going to dredge the tilapia in the cornmeal. And I have, this will give it a little bit of a crust to our dish. And I have some oil that's heating here in a skillet. Just a small amount of oil because I'm going to do some, it's called frying, but actually it's not really a fry because it's not a deep fat fry, which is what we're mainly used to is deep fat frying. But this is just a very, very slight bit of oil. Okay, now we're ready to put our fish into our skillet. Okay. Okay, and I'm starting with 2. Okay. And I'm just going to let it kind of shallow fry for just maybe just a very, very few minutes. Doesn't take long for fish to cook. Usually the basic rule is 10 minutes per inch, and you can see these were very, very thin fillets. So it probably will take maybe 3 minutes to cook. So I think I'm about ready to turn it. I have a nice golden brown on this side. So let's turn our fillet over, okay? Now, I had mentioned that you could use any type of white fish that you would like. You could also use some shrimp in this dish if you wanted to make some skinny shrimp tacos. That would be an easy way to prepare a shrimp dish. Okay, our fish is cooking. It'll just take a few minutes for it to get brown, to get done. I wish you could smell it. The aroma of the fish and the cornmeal, very appetizing. Okay. This recipe prepares anywhere from 4 to 6 tacos, depending on the type of filling and how much of the fish product that you add to your tortillas, to your tacos. Yeah, hear that sizzle? That kind of tells me that it's just about ready for us to take up. And I can tell that it's flaky. That's one way of identifying whether or not our fish is ready, is if it flakes easy, then we know that it is ready for us to take up. So we're going to let it brown just a few more minutes on that side. Okay, I can tell by the sound of the small amount of oil in the shallow fry that we are cooking. Okay, we are ready to take up our fish and drain it on some paper towels. There we go. See the nice golden brown color that we have? Next step is to prepare our tortillas. The recipe, you can use corn tortillas, you could use flour tortillas, or 100% whole grain tortillas. Since this is kind of on the light side, if you use the corn tortillas, you have about 60 calories per tortilla. And if you decide that maybe you would like to have the flour, that's only 20 calories more. So there's not a whole lot of difference there. Okay, so I have my tortillas, and I have taken some damp paper towels and kind of sandwiched the tortillas in between, so they're just a little bit damp. And that is going to help me in something I wanted to share with you to help make your tortillas where they'll stand up when you get ready to put them together. So I have a muffin tin, and I'm folding our tortilla in half, and I'm going to slip them. Okay, I didn't want to put them too close together because I didn't want them to kind of stick, because they will do that. Okay, so now let's see if we can kind of put it down. I'm going to pop the tortillas in the oven for just a very, very few minutes, and that'll help brown them. Our tortillas are out of the oven now, and so we are ready to start assembling our tacos. Before I start the assembly, I wanted to share with you another dressing that we can put on top of our tacos that also falls in that skinny category. And I'm using just a little bit of prepared salsa and some plain fat-free yogurt. And I'm going to put about a cup in, okay, in the serving bowl. And this is actually a cup, so I'm going to go ahead and put that into our bowl with our salsa, and we're going to mix it. And this makes a really nice dressing for the top of our taco. Just kind of sprinkle on top of our taco. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble. I have my tortilla shell, and see, by putting it on the muffin tin and popping it in the oven for just a few minutes, you can see now we can pretty well hold on to our taco. So I'm going to start with just a little bit of the coleslaw down in the center of our tortilla shell. Okay, and then a piece of our fish. And I'm going to add a little more of the coleslaw dressing on top of our fish. Okay. And then I have some tomatoes and some cheese if we'd like to put on top. But I think I'm going to put some of the dressing that I just prepared, just a little drizzle on top. Okay. And we're going to put our taco here in the center of our plate. And then I'm going to serve it on a platter with some chopped tomatoes, some low-fat cheese. I could add some onions to it if I like. So here we have our skinny tacos. Our skinny fish tacos are ready to serve. For more information, contact the University of Florida Institute of Food and Agricultural Sciences, Escambia County Extension Service. I'm Dorothy Lee. Stay tuned for the next skinny recipe on the light side.